Welcome back, everyone. Sheepdog Smokey here, and yet again, the safe and rare abortions that so many Democrats say are all that's happening have sent a woman to the hospital, this time in New York at the Margaret Sanger Planned Parenthood Clinic. The video that I will be embedding here in a moment shows her being loaded onto an ambulance. And I can tell you, having worked as a firefighter, worked side by side with EMS crews, those people are very, very serious right now because that woman is in very serious condition. I won't say critical because I don't know, but it is serious. They have her on the gurney, they have her restrained, they have her very, very well covered, and they are taking her to an emergency room for treatment. This happens far too often. One is too often, but this is not a rare incident. Planned Parenthood is not run by medical doctors. Go find 10 medical doctors and ask them if they would perform an abortion. And they will say, by and large, no. Their Hippocratic oath says do no harm. Then ask them, well, what if it was required to save the woman's life and the baby wouldn't live no matter what? Most of them will tell you they don't ever see that. I've asked a lot of doctors because I've gone looking for this in the past. And I've never had one tell me that they could remember any one incident where they had to abort the child to save the mother's life. Doctors swear to do no harm. Abortion providers only do harm. They blatantly lie to their clients, telling them that abortion is the only way. There are stories where women have said they were not allowed to leave the clinic. Some of them having to threaten to just literally start screaming their heads off so someone will hear them and call police to be let out of the clinic. And even with this, Democrats still support it. Imagine if you had a plastic surgeon, someone who does rhinoplasty, nose jobs, or just nips and tucks. And they had, we'll say, 3 clients a year have to be rushed to the hospital for emergency care. How long would that cosmetic surgeon be in business? I'm betting not long after the 3rd person. Because after that 3rd person, one would hope that the city, the county, and the state that they are in crash down on them like the Red Sea after Moses walked out the other side. Took the entire practice down. Put the person in custody for doing harm to others. And then watched as the people they harmed sue them into abject poverty. But Planned Parenthood does this regularly, and the Democrats demand that no one complain because they are supposedly providing health care. What they're providing is a lot of people who need urgent care. Make no mistake, abortion is the ending of a human life. It's simply a human life that has not breathed the open air yet. They tell you it's a clump of cells. Ask any doctor who has counseled an expectant mother. They will tell you the child responds to sonograms. They will tell you that the child can respond to music if you play it for them. They will tell you the child is aware and feels pain before the 2nd trimester ends. Listen to these abortionists. One of them bragged the child doesn't scream because she transects the vocal cord. That's literally a doctor saying that a murder victim can't scream because I render it physically impossible for them to scream. It's barbaric, is what it is. All you have to do is search on YouTube for former abortion provider, and you will find graphic video where they explain in detail ripping limbs out of the woman because they can't bring the child out in one piece. They will explain that they know the child was feeling pain, and many of them are forever changed. Those who are not have no soul. This, honestly, coupled with Margaret Sanger's blatant eugenics goal to thin populations of minorities, coupled with Jane Roe's testimony that she lied in Roe v. Wade, and the fact that she is now one of the most vehement and vocal anti-abortion personalities on the planet. Those two things alone, coupled with maybe hearing how the procedures are done, should tell you that this is barbarism that should never be allowed. And yet Democrats demand we not only allow it, they demand we not only remain silent about it, they demand we fund it with taxpayer money. As recently as the first CARES Act, we had Democrats trying to violate the Hyde Amendment and fund Planned Parenthood with United States tax dollars. And they were very, very sneaky, they thought, but it still came out. And they still cried when it was pointed out and their amendment failed, so that they could not fund Planned Parenthood murder in a COVID-19 stimulus bill. It was bad enough in my mind that they funded the Kennedy Center, that as soon as they got the money, they laid everyone off and donated $1 million to the DNC. But they also want to fund murder. And they use lies, racist attacks, sexist attacks, blatant hate to silence anyone and everyone who opposes them. I don't really know what else I can say on the topic, because if this doesn't convince you, nothing will. Let me know what you think in the comments. I know this is a heated issue, but stay civil. We're here to discuss and debate, not scream and yell like children, as I've always said in many videos. And it is always my mindset. If any of the idiot Democrats in Congress or any of the idiots from Planned Parenthood show up, I will be bluntly honest. But I will not be vulgar. I will simply not hold back. The rest of us are logical thinking adults. We can remain civil. So please do so. Please also remember to like and share the video to widen the conversation and help grow the channel. I am doing the giveaway at 500, 1,000, and 1,500 subscribers, so you'll want to make sure and subscribe and turn on notifications, not only to know of all new content as it posts, but also to be part of that giveaway. Until next time, everyone, be safe, smart, and healthy. Be careful, and have a wonderful day.